Etude number 9 provides a very good workout for us in regards to establishing a very disciplined left-hand frame, since we have quite a bit of thumb position patterns with double stops, and it is very helpful if we can think whenever possible of arranging the hand for 2 double stops or 3 at a time as opposed to just for 1. We should also think about the fact that the bow can really help the left hand with confidence with all this difficulty it faces by sustaining as much as possible and not having a sausage link type of bow technique underneath all the difficulties for the left hand. The very first thing is how do we find the first double stop with minimal visual disturbance for the audience? And that is by practicing so we can teach the left hand to independently find the first double stop by itself before the bow arrives. What I do, I have a very soft pizzicato for G thumb, and then I tap lightly the E flat second finger to teach myself that particular type of technique. After that, the next issue will become how do we shift throughout the etude in a way that we don't sound as if we are laboring, and the answer is as light as possible. Going on, I'd like to add one more challenge. Since this etude is very lyrical in its nature, I like to emphasize that by making sure that the last note in each bow is not clipped, and in fact, if possible, we should try to slightly elongate it. Coming up, there's an ascent with the thumb position, and actually the thumb being to be the one that we should shift on, and that's our guide finger. Going on, we have more left hand difficulties, but once again the bow can really help if we focus on sustaining here and connecting here as much as possible between positions. During the next few bars, beginning with bar number 22, we have several shifts which are pretty simple, but we should organize them as well, specifically to do them in a clean, articulated fashion, always shifting on the first finger before we put the second finger down. Next few bars contain challenges for left hand, specifically the fingers to become very independent, and once again I'll be focusing on the bow, sustaining underneath all that stuff. Section with new material happens at the end of bar 47, and until the end, once again I'll be focusing on connectivity between positions, not to do anything jerky last minute, but to slowly shift and to lightly shift, while I also focus on sustaining as much as possible with the bow. It is also important to practice before starting to work on Popper number 9 a great deal of scales with thirds and sixths and octaves to get those particular patterns in the hand and the stud. So as we approach number 9, we already have that background where we worked on these kind of scales, and the hand has the endurance and also the patterns that have been already established in its muscle memory.